How do we reimagine public safety? In the Office of Violence Prevention, our goal is to give everyone the opportunity to be and feel safe and to have a role in what that safety looks like, which is about being inclusive and ensuring that we keep everything on the table when it comes to safety. We want to break the cycle of violence, and much of our work is focused on interrupting patterns of violence that make it persistent in communities most impacted.
So the reality is that violence can be a symptom of other systemic issues, such as systemic racism, socioeconomic conditions, and other forms of oppression. Unfortunately, violence disproportionately impacts low-income communities of color. So therefore, that's where we put a focus of our resources and our programming to address those needs.
The Office of Violence Prevention has worked with community to create a holistic approach, a design that brings all of our voices to the table to address community violence and prevent those occurrences.
The Minneapolis Interrupters are a group of 7 different teams that patrols of a multitude of neighborhoods in the Twin Cities area and the Minneapolis area. These are individuals that live in these same communities. They just have an opportunity to de-escalate situations that might be arising. We are not armed by any means. We walk over to, say, a gas station and 2 young men is arguing, getting ready to fight. We know how to intervene with that, right? We know how to de-escalate that situation. We know how to separate those 2 young men so that it won't elevate to gunshots or what have you. And so we try to, one, have a presence with those guys, and then more importantly, we try to offer them different services while we're out there. Aside from doing the canvassing, our objective is just to be consistent with the community engaging. You will see us out there talking to people, trying to get to know these young men and these young women. When they trust you, then they respect you. When they respect you, then they listen to you. When they listen to you, then you're able to change the narrative. We want the community to feel safe again. We want the community to be fun and vibrant. And we want people to come outside of their homes and enjoy their communities. That's why we're there.
So Project Life is the national model here in Minneapolis of GVI, Group Violence Intervention. Project Life means to project life into the guys that we work with. Some of these guys come out of prison or out of issues in the community, drug dealers, gangbangers, things like that. So we help them with their driver license, getting insurance, helping them with some rent, helping them with fixing their cars. So anything that they would have to do illegally, we help them legally. So Project Life is more of a project, not a program, because a program only lasts so long. Our project lasts until it's over with. So everyone on Project Life's team has been in the penal system somehow or some way. A lot of us have been through it, and we didn't make that a hindrance. The reason why it hits home for me is because I never had this in my life. I went through some things when I was younger, and I've been through prison, penal system, and I never had anybody, a mentor, to say, hey, Ferone, we're gonna help you with these resources. We've seen guys get their law degrees. We've seen guys get underwater welders, and these are sustainable incomes. This is something that they would have never been able to do if they didn't have the resources and the guidance from the Project Life staff.
The Next Step program is a violence intervention program that's based out of the hospital. We help people who are victims of violent crimes, especially gun violence and stabbings. Our job is to help them heal socially, emotionally, and mentally, and help them reintegrate back into their communities and feel safe again. The help that we offer folks is job opportunities, financial help, mental health services, pretty much what they feel like they need to reintegrate back into their communities. Before the Next Step program started, the recidivism rate, which is people returning back to the hospital over violent injury, was around 36%. Once the Next Step program was brought to bear, that percentage now is 3%.
Since 2008, the City of Minneapolis has been building programs to reimagine public safety. Whether it be through our youth violence prevention work or the development of the Office of Violence Prevention, we believe that all Minneapolis residents have a right to feel and be safe in their communities. Whether you come to the city to work, live, or play, you have a role in keeping our communities safe, and we invite you to join us and learn more about our work at minneapolismn.gov.
I am Minneapolis.